Hello teachers, welcome back to Classficient. In this post, I'm going to talk about one of teachers' worst enemies. It's that villain known as time. If you're a busy person, then you noticed long ago that there just doesn't ever seem to be enough time to get everything done that you'd like. Time is a weird thing. There's always seems to be more of it, yet oddly never enough. As the name implies, one of the main goals of Classficient is to make your class more efficient. Meaning, I want to help you find ways to make the most effective use of your time. It's been long said of business that it takes money to make money. Well, in regards to time, it takes time to save time. When I was training to become a teacher, someone said this to me, and given my business background, it resonated with me immediately and has proven to be a key differentiator. A lot of teachers come in the first day, their guns blazing. All summer, they've been thinking about all the great ways they're going to teach their content. There's nothing wrong with being excited about what you're going to teach. And the best teachers really enjoy planning and finding new and innovative ways to teach the content. These are all great things. I don't mean to say that they aren't. However, the content you're teaching, important as it may be, should not be the first thing you teach. Every year, depending on the needs and the situation of the students, I spend the entire first week to a week and a half going over procedures and systems. My first year, I took 2 weeks. I know some of you are just like, say what? A week or more to go over just rules? That's a lot of time. And to that, I say, it depends on how you look at it. Once again, I know we all teach in different situations and our kids come to us at various stages of maturity and development. Remember, I'm generally thinking of teachers in very tough situations, yet the principles of what I'm going to tell you can be tailored for any classroom. Also, I know that many of you are thinking, there's already not enough time to get through everything I like to do this year, and others are thinking of the timelines that have been imposed on them by their admin or ed team. So you might be thinking, well, I have benchmarks to meet. I can't take a week and a half to go over rules. Well, it's more than just rules, and once again, it takes time to save time. There are many ways to lose time over the course of a class period. If you haven't established sound systems, routines, and procedures, then you're going to be losing some of that time that you were so concerned about in the first place. Make no mistake, time is a teacher's most valuable commodity. Knowing this, I thought of many of the ways that I was losing or could potentially lose time in my classroom. Spending a lot of time with class discipline during the year really kills the vibe in the classroom, and is a sign that the teacher hasn't spent enough time on properly preparing the students for learning up front. Teaching systems and procedures should be taught just like any content lesson. You wouldn't teach your students a new concept by going over it once or twice before moving on. You teach them, model it for them, give them time to practice, and then assess them. And of course, you're giving them feedback along the way so they know what they have to do to be successful or where they can improve to meet your expectations. You have to approach your systems and procedures the same way, and that takes time. I'll give you an example. Once a teacher who was sent to observe me early in the year criticized me for what she saw in the classroom. Okay, this is what she told people. I went into his classroom and he was teaching students how to pass up papers. That's stupid. Students know how to pass up papers. Now, keep in mind this teacher was sent to me because she was having serious management issues, but whatever. Once I sat down with her to debrief, I explained my rationale. At the time, the school had 55-minute class periods. Obviously, that's a short amount of time to try to get through a lesson cycle. I explained that if a teacher casually asks students to pass in papers, it takes about 2 minutes on average for a decent-sized class. During transitions like this, students talk to each other and easily get off track. If teachers are collecting materials from students 2 to 3 times a class period, then that teacher is losing 5 to 6 minutes each day just collecting papers. In this case, that's about 10% of the class time. Multiplied by 5 days a week, and you lost over a half hour. That's more than half a class period in a week, waiting on your students to pass in papers. Over the course of a school year, this amounts to weeks of class time. I explained to the teacher that teaching my students how I want them to pass a paper takes time, but it also saved me much more time over the course of the year. 30 seconds or less from the time that I asked for the papers, I have them in my hand, in alphabetical order for easy input into my grade book and grading. I'm going to outline how to do that specifically in an upcoming post. But this is just one example of taking time to save time. Just like any other lesson, you teach the students what you want them to do and give them time to practice. This is the model that I follow for all the systems that I create in my class. Instead of getting frustrated with things your students aren't doing, take the time and energy to teach them. If you've come to this post later in the year and things have gotten out of control in your class, stop what you're doing, take some time, dial it back to save time and frustration in the future. Also, be transparent with your students. Don't hide the ball from them. Tell them what you're up to. Say, we're leaking time, and this is where we need to plug that leak. Then teach them and have them practice it until they get it right. Anytime after this that they get off track, you have a standard to which you can refer. Classroom management is like investing. The best time to start was yesterday. Today is the second best time, and tomorrow is better than nothing. Okay, there is a lot more to come. Subscribe to stay up to date and be on the lookout for upcoming concrete strategies and systems. If you have questions, send them to me via the upcoming information slides or comment below. Remember, if you want something, be persistent. If you want to keep it, be consistent. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to stay up to date on all new content. If you have any questions regarding classroom management and efficiency, please send your email to info@classficient.com. If you think Classficient could be beneficial to others, please follow and share across your social network.